Hey guys, and welcome to EPW Destruction. We are on the final show of We are on the final Destruction show before the pay-per-view, and we are live from. I think we're live from Florence, Italy. What a card we have tonight!
Tonight it's payback, and it all starts.
So it looks like Ken Woods has something to say here tonight. Don't know what he's got to say, but obviously having one match in an EPW and with the pay-per-view coming up, you never really know what's going to happen. So we'll just kind of see what's happening. You guys ready for a fight tonight, or are you ready to hold your boy back before he gets arrested? Because tonight I'm going wild. Oh.
Definitely a fan favorite.
I grew up with no one. I grew up with nothing. I was always the one who had to put my needs first. That said, I need a lot more respect from those pencil necks in the office.
Well, okay.
I'm a competitor. What I do best is compete. That's how to become a champion in EPW. So I'm letting the entire locker room know that if any superstar wants to face me, I'm right here.
You mad, bro? I guess so. Definitely a fan.
Bring the best that you have, but do so knowing that it won't be enough. I am the most durable superstar that this ring has ever seen, and there isn't anything that anyone can do to me that I can't withstand. The EPW is about to change forever. I'm not the same man I was when I stepped into this ring. Now I'm angry, and when I'm angry, that's when things get real. You all have better brace yourselves for what's coming. The new me, and some of you might, yeah.
There you have it, and I think that is loud.
And so Ken Woods obviously not happy, and looks like his microphone got cut off. So it looks like his microphone got cut off. So up first, Nick Evans is here with Xavier Sabin. And Xavier Sabin hopping in the ring, but Nick Evans wanting to make a point. Obviously really frustrated over these past couple of weeks with a couple of losses and taking it straight out on Xavier Sabin. And Xavier Sabin may not be able to compete, but looks like he can. Xavier Sabin is ready.
Michael Cole, Corey Graves.
Nick Evans just stomping away in the corner.
If you haven't hit record yet, now might be a good time.
Stomping on that wrist.
These guys are going to have a match you'll want to watch over
and to the back of the elbow of Xavier Sabin.
He's going for the pin.
And going for the pin one, but no, just a one count.
Too soon.
And Xavier Sabin now not where he wants to be on those ropes. Nick Evans just pulling away at those ropes. And a Falcon Arrow or Power Slam anyway, assisted Power Slam. And rolling into the pin. Will this be enough? One. Didn't know, just a one count.
That's about it. That's too early for that.
Nick Evans may pick up a victory here. Xavier Sabin doesn't look like he's gained back any strength or anything like that. And a power bomb.
He's not looking good here. He needs to find a way
by Nick Evans.
Guys.
That confidence he had on his face at the start of this match sure has disappeared, and with good reason. He's taking
and a kick to the gut and a drop kick to the knee.
Now, and I hate to say it, but this might be the beginning of the end for him here.
And into the camel clutch. Nick Evans, not where he wants to be. Will he get out? Just look at the way he's kind of draped down. Trying to crawl his way to the ropes, but Xavier Sabin let him go. And a double foot stomp right to the chest, and going for a kick to the torso, but not able to get it. And a dragon screw. kick to the side of the head. Nick Evans in control with a running knee. And again, stomping away or stomping at that chest. This time jumping up and a leg drop to the back of the head. Nick Evans in control.
His shoulders are down.
I'm going to pin one, but no, just the 1 count.
Still too fresh. When this guy's on.
And Nick Evans now.
Drop down.
No, going for a knee to the stomach. Or knee to the, sorry. Elbow to the knee. Nick Evans now. Not where he wants to be. Nick Evans now no longer in control. Xander Sabin in full control.
He's not looking like himself.
This is a kick to the back of the head and an elbow.
All-out battle.
He obviously came into this match intent on taking the fight to the outside as much as he could, though I'm not sure that's the right approach.
And rolling him around and into the stairs. Xander Sabin just going torso first. Really not where he wants to be, and the referee up to the count of 5. Sig's up to the count of 6. Now Nick Evans want to get back in the ring. Got to ring the count of 7 and kick brings him down, takes out that knee. But short amount of time and a suplex.
He's not going to like this. He's looking at it.
What is this? Up and flatliner. Nick Evans 1, 2, and a 2 count kick out by Xander Sabin. How did Xander Sabin kick out? Nick Evans now.
You gotta believe this one's over.
He's just pick up a victory. Now just pulling away, pulling at that torso. Just pulling him at that torso. Otherwise just kind of stretching out that arm, stretching out that torso. Now just the arm toss. Nick Evans. What is this, a reversal? Grabbing those legs, grabbing those ankles and pulling him face first. Now Nick Evans may just get the momentum he needs, but no, cannot counter. And a baseball kick to the leg. Just using that forearm to scratch along Nick Evans' face. Now Nick Evans in the corner. Xander Sabin with a big chop.
Going through the arena.
What is this? Xander Sabin putting up Nick Evans.
Dangerous spot for him to be in. He's got to figure
And no, pushing him away. But no, a kick and a double knees to the face.
At some point, the referee may want to think about
And an elbow.
this one before somebody gets seriously injured.
And a kick to the chest.
Here he goes. Nailed it.
And a running knee.
What will?
This audio may be a bit out of whack.
Cover here.
That was a cover. 1, 2, 3. Xander Sabin picks up the victory.
The victory.
What a victory that is by Xander Sabin.
Let's take another look at these guys in action.
You can see stomping on the back of that arm.
He ain't messing around.
And that persistent power slam.
He ain't playing here.
You can see that face first, and somehow Nick Evans managed to kick out that running knee straight to the face. Xander Sabin picks up the victory. And as we head into our next matchup,
The show. Yeah, the performance put forth in that match tells me we're looking at somebody who will someday, very soon, be competing in the main event.
And now, his matchup, next matchup is ZX Anthony. I think it is, yes, ZX Anthony. I don't know how to say that, but anyway, as you can see, making his way to the ring.
Weighing in at 320 pounds.
So 320 pounds.
Anthony.
And he takes on Douglas Stuart, who claims to be the original Gangster. In this Extreme Rules match. So let's see what he can bring to the table.
Guys, what better way to start the night off than with this one? I can't think of a better match to kick the
in this Extreme Rules match. This will surely be a hard-fought matchup.
But I can assure you that this will
You can see kind of just
the follow.
there, lighting up with those fireworks. And you can see just kind of not taking his time, but an entrance really majestic, some might say, or really majestic. You can see those flames coming up from the back. And you're surrounded by those. And now Douglas Stuart. Douglas Stuart. Now standing there under those lights, those laser beams, as he makes his debut in EPW. And Douglas Stuart will also take on the Gangster. And there will be a link to the channel where that will be. That is on Mike by Mike Storm, being hosted by Mike Storm. So the two gangsters going up against one another. Obviously the newest signee to Dragon Force Wrestling. So obviously signing over with Dragon Force Wrestling and signing with, along with the Gangster, actually signing with Dragon Force Wrestling. So those two, who knows what will come in the future. They'll bring their rivalry from that match. Who knows? So the OGDS, the original Gangster, anyway, making his way to the ring, and clearly not one to underjudge. Made a name for himself outside of EPW, and now he is here in EPW. And kind of just proving his worth, wants to prove his worth here in EPW. And he'll see what he'll bring. And maybe pick up a victory on his debut. What a debut that would be if he was able to pick up the victory. So, just to kind of see what he can bring in this Extreme Rules match. It'll be interesting. They're both ready. There we go. Into a lockup.
Each other. It's going to be a tall task.
And Douglas Stuart with a headlock.
For me, like this entire arena is on its feet, and understandably so.
Now into an arm lock.
Oh, nasty impact.
Now just working him down to one knee. Now Douglas Stuart gains some momentum.
No one's backing down.
Now into that lock again.
Pass.
Into the corner, but this time Anthony, I'm just gonna call him Anthony. And now that twist of fate, well, yeah, unless it's a inverted neck breaker, and the punch, right hand, kind of jumping off one foot, and now just over the top. Now this time, elbow to the back. Here's Douglas Stuart with a knee to the gut. Face first. Into the pin. One, and still able to wrestle with a hat on. I mean, that takes some talent to keep that hat on in this match. So I don't know how he does it, but the hat's still on. Takes some talent. So I mean, we've seen some few interesting things here. Adrian Sikosi wrestling in a suit, but I mean, wrestling with a hat on and able to keep that hat on and going for roundhouse kick there and face first.
He's starting to feel it here.
That could cost him.
His opponent's offense quickly.
That could end this. That could be the changing point of this match. And a baseball knee slide.
That might help him in the long run. We'll see. I know it's early, but he
has to countervait.
His power not to let this get out of hand.
And now rolling out of the way. And again, that right hand.
He might have it.
And a couple elbows.
Beautiful technique. He's looking good now, guys.
Nice. This could be it.
Round the waist.
Douglas Stuart on the receiving end of that big slam. Into the pin. 1, 2. Now a kick out at 2.
Have to put in a little more work than that.
That was a big stomp. What is this now? Oh, big suplex. First suplex and landing on that neck. Now Douglas Stuart is taking some time to think. And a clothesline, another clothesline. Dug in underneath. And this time another clothesline.
Here he goes.
Douglas Stuart now. The running kick. Running knee.
He's looking at
and a cutter.
He's back in control and a pin attempt.
1, 2, and a 2 count kick out.
Display of heart and determination. We may be looking at a power bomb here.
That's exactly what it looks like to me, Cole.
Looks like a power bomb coming up.
A running power bomb.
Things are not looking very good right now. Gonna have to find a way to regroup. This could be all.
This time another clothesline, but this time on the Douglas Stuart on the receiving end of an atomic drop.
And taking names.
Double leg drop followed up by a kick to the torso. Is this into the camel clutch? No. No, going for a power. I thought he was going for a German suplex, but decided to change his mind, and Douglas Stuart with a reversal.
He might just have nothing left to give, guys. Let's remember, though, guys, his opponent doesn't seem to be in great shape either.
Elbow. What is this? A reversal. Handsprings. Cutter. This time going for the pin.
He's got him down.
Bit 1.
You can't teach the
turn. No, kick out.
Witnessing here. Unreal. Nice kick out.
Kick to the back. What is this? Oh, spinning him right around.
The cover.
1, 2, 2 count kick out.
Oh boy, he is rolling. The intensity of this
chucking him over the ring.
Incredible.
Going up top. Going for a fist drop. Right to the face.
He wants no
count of 2. Inside the ring.
Inside the ring now. He's calling for it. Looking for a repeat.
Couple kicks and a running knee.
It's over, guys.
Now Douglas Stuart with a shoulder block. And a big chop, and Douglas Stewart's cut open.
Look out, down he goes. And he might not get back up. Here we go, a second. You gotta believe this.
And a cutter.
We may be looking at our winner here, guys.
No, able to kick out. And a punch to the midsection. Isn't that slam once again?
Spine buster. To think, I almost
1, 2, and a kick out by Douglas Stuart.
Around the waist. Power. Spine buster. Wow. I'm just as surprised as you guys.
One-handed slam. 2, 3. ZX. Anthony picks up the victory. What a victory this is.
The superstar picks up a huge victory.
And Douglas Stuart
Much deserved, Michael.
just kind of rolling out of the ring. Disappointed. Disappointed Douglas Stuart just couldn't.
Thought he was going to win this match. Oh, I kind of did too.
Couldn't pick up the victory. So, Justin Wake taking on Isaac Ice, who obviously returned from injury after that match with the Steel Brothers where he just got absolutely destroyed.
Making his way
Now Justin Wake,
from Sydney, Australia, weighing in
former rugby league player.
Corey, I can't think of a better way to kick off this night. I don't know.
So from what I heard, expect big, obviously
Definitely would have made things better.
big tackles somehow. If he can use those shoulders of his, that strength, to use them into the way of wrestling, into this world of pro wrestling, making his EPW debut. And Justin Wake. Takes on, like I said, Isaac Ice, who from what I see has had a bit of a change.
and his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 200.
Isaac Ice going through, looks like a big change.
Isaac, the Iceman.
As you can see, looks like a ripped shirt. Looks like he's had a ripped shirt and everything. I don't think I've seen Isaac Ice like this. Isaac Ice. This time just big change.
It's time for
That injury must have really taken a toll on him.
quite the contest coming up.
And good luck to those who have to follow this one. You're going to need it.
Isaac Ice is kind of rolling under those ropes. Isaac Ice now ready for action, and this is what Justin Wake has to face. Justin Wake having to take on this man. And you can see Justin Wake is ready. Isaac Ice is ready. Here we go. Justin Wake out of the gate with a German suplex.
Classic. Oh, man, this is going to be great.
And Justin Wake with a knee to the hamstring. Another knee, couple knees. Trying to crush that hamstring. Now Justin Wake with a kick right to the chest. And a shoulder to the gut. Like I said, you use those shoulders, they can really make an impact.
Ooh, what impact.
Again, Shoulder right to the gut. What is this? A backbreaker.
Real quick reminder,
And
guys,
again for another
disqualifications and
backbreaker.
anything is legal. Oh, and there are enough weapons under the ring to fill an armory.
Kick to the Isaac Ice now. With a clothesline. Outside the ring now.
Oh, man!
Referee, obviously, so falls count anywhere. Extreme rules.
Oh,
And a baseball bat right to the back.
There's a
Again.
trove of weapons under the ring. Everything from kendo sticks to steel chairs to fire extinguishers. If you can think about it, it's probably under there.
Justin Wake now grabbing that baseball bat.
If you're going to get hurt,
No, this time into the crowd. Taking some time to try and gain himself together. But an elbow sends Justin Wake back into the crowd. Isaac Ice trying to gain some momentum, taking his time to think. That thinking could cost him. Now as we fight in the crowd here.
it's mark.
And knee to the stomach.
This is what makes him one of the best in the
Remember, falls count anywhere. This match can just about go anywhere.
Looks like he's starting to sweat now. He looks to be a little surprised right now.
And a reversal and a big elbow.
Better overall shape than his opponent right now. I mean, it seems to me like he still has plenty of fight left in him.
Left hand. An uppercut.
Destroyed.
Another knee. Justin Wake this time. And face first. Isaac Ice. I don't think I've seen that one coming.
Here he goes.
And now lifting him up and face first, just driving him into the ground. For the pin. Referee making his way over there. Will this be it? 1, 2, 3. Justin Wake picks up a victory after just driving him into the ground. Let's take a look at some of those highlights. As you can see, driving him into the ground. And then with that pin, Justin Wake
Here is your winner,
in EPW.
And you just know the rest of the card is watching in the back.
Justin Wake seems to be really happy.
Believe it or not, that's just the beginning, folks. Stay tuned for more.
And now, this time, tables match. And Adrian Sarkozy takes on David Diaz. Sorry.
to the ring,
And Adrian Sarkozy
Italy, weighing
pointing at the palm of his hand.
10 pounds, Adrian Sal.
So Adrian Sarkozy, brother to Finn Sarkozy, who is the ultraviolet champion.
Guys, what better way to start the night off?
So Finn Sarkozy, obviously the ultraviolet champion after knocking off
Michael, in fact, we haven't
William Jackson in the steel cage match.
even assure you that this will be a tough match.
And Adrian Sarkozy will look to pick up a victory against David Diaz. And a much wanted victory, much needed victory that would be needed here for Adrian. So, David Diaz. Now, making his way out. Obviously his first time in EPW this matchup. David Diaz. On the back of the pens you can see wrestling forever. UFC fighter, MMA fighter. Fought over in the MMA world. Now David Diaz looks to kind of bring this fight to Adrian Sarkozy.
20 pounds, David Diaz.
So David Diaz,
What a great match we have here to start off this night, guys. And Michael, I had to check twice when I saw this match listed as our opener. I mean, it could very well...
now making his way in through those ropes. Oh, onto that turnbuckle. David Diaz really looks to try and put this match away quick as well, because this obviously tables match. As long as you can get your opponent through the table. So if David Diaz can catch him by surprise, that would be much wanted. So here we go, Adrian Sarkozy.
And we're underway.
David Diaz.
These two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
Being driven through a table, not my idea of a good time, but sure is going to be fun to watch.
Oh, what impact!
I don't believe it. And that table can shorten careers, Michael.
Irish whip.
Oof.
It shouldn't be a shock that the Dudley boys were involved in one of the most intense tables matches we've seen in recent memory. At the 2015 TLC event, the Dudleys called on their Extreme brothers Tommy Dreamer and Rhino to battle the Wyatt family in an 8-man elimination tables match. People were flying everywhere that night, and in classic ECW fashion, so were the trash cans and kendo sticks.
The match in 2015's TLC event with the Dudleys, Tommy Dreamer and Rhino versus the Wyatts, was chaos from the second all 8 superstars were in the ring. Braun Strowman was awesome in his destruction of all 4 members of Team Extreme, but the ECW originals kept their focus on making sure each member of the Wyatt family crashed through a table.
The ECW's originals love a brawling clash, with the Wyatts drive to destroy anyone who stepped in their path. The Wyatts took the advantage after Rhino and Devon Dudley were eliminated, and they didn't look back. Bubba Ray took on the Wyatts with everything he had, but the sick power of the Wyatt family was just too much, as seen when Braun Strowman chokeslammed Bubba Ray through the final table.
Irish whip. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Super kick. This could be it, guys.
Oh my God.
Not a power bomb.
And you can put this singles match in the books.
Sarkozy picking up the victory. And as we look at some of these highlights,
Let's look back on the action.
you can see the big slap to the chest. Again, slap to the chest there. Most of these highlights will probably be a slap to the chest by Diaz, but there's just change in momentum. Just like that, as Diaz goes through the table, and Adrian Sarkozy picks up this victory. Adrian Sarkozy picks up a big victory here against David Diaz as we head into our next matchup, which is sure to be hard fought. So guys, we are here with the Gangster versus Ray Lethal. Obviously Ray Lethal being re-signed to EPW. You can see the Gangster, the EPW World Champion, faces Xavier Walker
Where's this?
for the title. But speaking of Xavier Walker,
44.
just attacking the band of the Gangster. Speaking of Xavier Walker, speaking of the devil, making his way, is attacking the Gangster. It looks like to call the Gangster by surprise, or would have caught the Gangster by surprise. The Gangster now just kind of been Irish ribbed in a senton, but being able to roll out of the way. What is this? A German suplex by the Gangster. His match with Ray Lethal looks like it isn't happening.
Grief.
Stomp to the face.
Good golly, what a knee.
Gangster now. And a knee to the back of the head. And again, a knee to the back of the head again. On the steel. Xavier Walker's attack isn't working. And a knee to the face. The referee telling them not to. Referee trying, not doing much of an effort to break this thing up. But, you know, a couple kicks to the back. Couple kicks. And a knee to the back. Xavier, or Gangster, technically wins this match, but Xavier. And Excellence
To the ring.
making their way to the ring as they take on the Steel Brothers. And what if this would be? What would this mean for Excellence as they were to defeat the Steel Brothers? And obviously, Steel Brothers talking to EPW management earlier today and said they don't want their title match yet. They want to keep the Outlaws waiting. They want to keep the tag champs waiting for when they're ready, not when Outlaws are ready. So, looks like we don't know when this match will end up, but who knows? It might be soon. Might be another month. And now the Steel Brothers making their way to the ring. As you can see, Max Steel's glow along with Stephen Steel and just make out of their mallets. But this is going to be one hell of a match. As they make their way to the ring, and look at these two men, like I said before, these two beasts. And Boyo, Flyboy P, obviously Excellence now, reforming, looking to take down the Outlaws. I'm only imagining, obviously made up of Isabel Walker, Crimson, the Outcast, obviously Flyboy P and Twisted Black, Boyo. So not a group, Excellence really not a group to mess with. A group you'll want to watch out for.
Plenty of star power in this tag team match, guys, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, Michael. In fact, if you ask me, all four
So
have what it takes to be top single stars here in the WWE.
a group that you'll be made to watch out for. Otherwise, I think they'll make you pay. And obviously Jack Hibasa joining the Outlaws. So the Japanese high flyer,
Here we go, folks.
or high flyer from what we've seen him anyway, underway. And Boyo, the powerhouse
Full technique.
of the bloodline. Taking the fight to Max Stephen Steele, taking the fight to Stephen Steele. What would this mean if they were to topple the Steele Brothers?
Oh, brutal.
And just there we go, that shoulder block that we've seen just bouncing people off.
Looking to lock it in here.
Oh, and he breaks free.
But the damage might have already been done, Michael.
And the Steel Brothers in control. Boy,
when a superstar is in a tag team match and has
face first.
Of punishment, they must find a way back to their corner to tag their partner. Something that they have to try is doing create separation between them and their opponent. That space gives a superstar the ability to move and catch their breath.
What a stomp!
Good grief.
Corey, you touched on this before. Part of a tag team's ability to be successful is their ability to endure punishment and make their way to their partner when they need to tag out. One way to do that is to create that separation you spoke of so they have some space to gather themselves and time to make their way back to the corner.
You're absolutely right, Michael. What's the use of having a tag team partner if you're not able to get to them when you got to tag out of the match? Getting that separation is key in breaking any momentum your opponents could have, maybe the difference between a win and a loss, maybe even more.
What a slam!
Impactful. Will jar your spine.
I think we know what this is.
Face buster!
So impressive.
Ooh, what impact!
We know what this is. It's a stampede.
I don't think there's any coming back from this type of assault. This could be the end of him at any moment right now.
He might have it. He's looking at it. Shoulders on the mat. And he breaks up the pinfall. Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless. Nailed it. When this guy's on, look out.
Man.
Hopefully audio is working now. I mean, because it was a bit out of whack earlier. It's probably been out of whack for most of this video. So what I'm saying isn't matching up with what's happening. And Steven's still obviously now, or Max still, sorry, in control. Steven's still tagging in to Max still. But boyo, with a kick to the stomach. And a drop kick. And another drop kick. Boyo now with a neck breaker. What is this? Picking up Max Steel. I don't think we've seen anything like that. Max Steel head just being driven into the ground. What is this? Again. This time, look at this. Just picking him up. Oh my God. 1, 2. And a 2 count kick out.
Hey, I guess you never know. In off the tag. Lightning fast reflexes. Running hip attack. What impact. Here it comes. He's got him. Boom. Good night.
What's going to happen now?
Wow, that should be the final blow. Digging deep for a kick out.
And we continue.
His partner wants back in.
Yeah, but what you want and what you get are often two very different things.
He gets him with a reversal.
Looks like he's starting to tire.
Most of the truly great tag teams in sports entertainment created a double team finishing maneuver. The spike pile driver from Anderson and Blanchard, the heart attack from the Hart Foundation, the rocker dropper from the Rockers, or the doomsday device from the Road Warriors. A team needs to have a tag team finisher and be able to execute that finisher on all types of opponents.
And he tags his partner in.
Momentum has certainly shifted here, Michael.
Goes down hard. Harsh impact. Corey, a few moments ago, you mentioned some of the great tag team finishing moves in sports entertainment history. Don't forget about the 3D from the Dudley Boys, or the double drop kick from the 2017 WWE.
Oh, look at ridiculous power. He's really looking to prove a point here.
And he breaks the hold.
But look at him, still trying to catch his breath.
We've seen some great tag team action over the years here in WWE, and I can attest that this is no different.
This might be it. Oh, my.
Gets the tag. Axe handle finds its target. Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron. You gotta believe this one's over.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
Not so fast. Oh, nasty impact.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Ooh, what impact.
Chin-breaking uppercut.
He might have it.
Moonsault.
That might just be the final nail in the coffin. Uh-oh. SOS!
Oh, he's hurt.
But can he follow up here?
The referee goes down hard.
What a wimp. That'll break you in half. A running body press. Boom, right in the button. You can bet he's going to feel that in the morning. Oh, yeah.
He's still down. So is Max still. Speaking of which, Steven's still in the control. Alright. Flyboy P able to get some control, but not enough to probably pick up the victory. And as you can see, face first.
That has got to be it.
Oh, what impact. Here he goes. Nailed it.
But he's got a cap.
Shoulders down, is it enough?
And he kicks out.
Not yet. Ooh! Can he finish the job? And he escapes the submission.
And good thing. That could have been...
There it is. The tag has been made.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way, Michael.
Comes up big with the reversal. He's looking for the win. And he got a near fall out of it.
Man, oh man.
Ooh, that hurt. Oh, a sharp one right to the cheekbone. Showing some quickness there.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
He's looking at it.
You gotta believe this one's over. I'm not sure how much he has left.
A win like that says a lot about a duo.
Pick up a victory. The Steel Brothers pick up a big victory against Excellence. As you can see, Max Steel being lifted up. I don't think I've ever seen him being lifted up like that.
Check him out here.
Flyboy P also putting up a fight, but in the end, the Steel Brothers pick up the victory. And that is all for this show. So thanks for